time. Or reading books on the people I like, their biographies of my favorite type. And we'll either look it up or we won't. But I'll never look back if we don't.
When I was about 15, I was a terrible teenager. My mother and I didn't get along at all. So being the roller skating queen that I was, the disco roller skating queen, I decided one day to roller skate away from home. Me and my sister took off down Alfria on roller skates, and we packed all our stuff in trash bags and threw it in a shopping cart and was rolling down the road in the middle of the night, and we ended up on the end of town. I hitchhiked all the way to Albuquerque. It was like spring break or something for school, and then nobody could find us. It took days and days. People were looking for us, and finally my sister and I decided to go roller skating at the mall, and we look up and there's my dad. I was like, he came all the way from Oklahoma, nobody could find us, but my dad came and found us. Like, where else would two teenage girls be hanging out at the mall? So my dad took us to Oklahoma, and then my sister chickened out, went back home, and I was kind of a disturbed teenager, so I didn't like being with my dad either. So I took off from home there too and ended up hitchhiking across the country, wanted to go to Hollywood and be a big movie star. But that didn't happen. Far from it. But sooner or later I ended up in this like Skid Row apartment out in the middle of who knows where, Oklahoma. And I ended up in a field one day crying out to God to just show me something. And I got my answer. I had a spiritual awakening. And then I became like a total spiritual fanatic after that for a while. I was like pretty crazy, pretty fanatical. And I can remember one really cool time. I just had so much faith. And I was like in a Skid Row apartment, no matches, hungry. I want to light my stove. This stove won't light. So I remember this story in the Bible about Elijah calling fire down from heaven. So I'm going to pray and God's going to light my stove. And so I'm praying and I'm praying. I'm like, finally I can't stand the smell of gas fumes in the apartment. And I get pretty discouraged because I know I believed with all my heart that God was going to light my stove. So I turn the stove off and I'm really depressed now. So I'm just going to go to Allsup's or something and the country store and just go get a Coke or something. So I'm walking down the stairs and I walk out of this apartment and I'm looking down at the ground because I'm so discouraged. I can't understand why my faith didn't work. And I look down at the ground and right there at my feet, there's a brand new Bic lighter, and I just heard God say, "Here, light your stove more than once." Later I told my daddy that story and he said, if God had lit your stove then, your whole apartment would have blown up. So I guess God has he works in mysterious ways.
I never did run away from home.
No?
Or did I? But it always seems like I'm always moving, always going somewhere, even when I'm not. Like I've never been quite settled in anywhere that I've lived. And even though I spend years in one place, I never seem to get settled in. But it's not only just like a physical thing. It seems to be like mental. Like when I was young as a boy, I was the fattest kid in my class, and had really bad teeth. Had too many in my head. Braces came later, changed all that. But so I wasn't the popular kid in school when I was young. And then there was like this transformation at the very end of high school when the braces came off, and it really was as if though I'd had a face change or a facelift, because the teeth were straight and made my face more angular, and suddenly people started to pay more attention So, and I wasn't used to that. Hence, it seems like relationships with other people, especially relationships with women, have always been somewhere where I never got. I've never been married, and actually, I've never been with one woman or girlfriend for very long. And so I have an issue with love. Funny thing is that at lunch today I'm thinking of those things. Things like, have I given up on love completely? Because I said that to a friend the other day when he brought something up about that, and I said, I think I've given up on it. I know it sounds fatalistic or whatever, or depressing, but at the same time I'm okay with it. And at lunch today I ripped these tabs off the tea bags, and the first one I ripped off, they're quotes, and this one I ripped off a tea bag, and it says, "Who being loved is poor." It's a question mark. Who being loved is poor. Oscar Wilde. I don't know. Is it a coincidence?
Can I get a triple shot espresso, strawberry mocha?
Sure, your specialty?
Yeah.
Hi, Jules. Oh yeah? Okay, your usual?
Know that I'm a sinner, can't live all my home. I know that I'm a sinner, can't live all my home. Oh, can't make it on my own. If the devil came to me, I call your name.
Hi. Mind if I sit real quick?
Came to me, I call your name. Lord, forgive my sins, I pray.
So hi, how are you doing? It's a pretty nice day out, isn't it? Are you from around Santa Fe, or are you just kind of visiting? I'm not really from around here. I'm not really from anywhere. I was just kind of passing through a little while ago. I met this guy. What you got there? What, like my cup? I met this guy, and he has this house just outside of town. And he lets people live there. I don't know if you have a place to stay or not. I don't really have a place to stay. Me and my buddy, we have a room in there. And you know, a lot of times people are coming through town and they don't really have any place to stay. So, did you need anything? Did you need a place to stay? Or... What was that? No, I don't know what that was. I don't suppose you know what I'm talking about then. You don't really know the difference between a dead baby or a trampoline, do you? Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, just... Hi. Oh, okay. Oh, that's even better. Hello.
Bonjour.
Suppose you don't know the difference between a plastic bag and Michael Jackson, do you? No, no one knows what I'm saying around here anymore. I woke up in Santa Fe, right? See ya. Have fun with whatever. Hi.
Hi.
How are you doing? You speak English, yes?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately. So how are you doing today?
All right.
How old are you? Wait a minute, hold on, let me make sure. There might be a cap around. How old are you?
19.
Okay, that's better.
How old are you?
I'm 20. So where are you staying?
Or my house?
At your house?
Yeah, where do you stay?
Where do you stay? I stay with this guy in a house. I have a house too.
Sounds pretty creepy.
I have my own room. Pretty creepy.
Yeah.
You don't happen to like, hate your dad or your mom or anything like that, do you?
No, not at all.
You have any low self-esteem or anything like that?
No, do you?
No.
It doesn't seem like it.
No, yeah, I guess I'm pretty full of myself.
Outgoing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get shit done today though.
What do you got to do today?
To be honest with you, I just gotta find messed up chicks.
What kind of messed up chicks are you looking for?
Messed
are you
up.
running
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm getting really fucking sick of all these messed up chicks. I'm happy you like your dad. I'm happy you like your mom. I'm happy you're not gonna be a stripper in 2 years. I'm happy I'm gonna see you in a porno. These are the chicks I've been meeting. I gotta get the fuck out of Santa Fe. I'm gonna give this to you straight. I'm living in this house with this dude. And then me and my buddy, he sends us out to bring chicks. I don't know what he does. Don't want to know what he does.
Does he pay you?
No, I have nowhere else to stay, so he gives me this sweet room with a sink, and I have a hot plate so I can make ramen. It's a pretty good setup, but I gotta get the hell out of Santa Fe.
Well, what are you going to do?
I don't know. I gotta get to LA or back to Vegas or something where I can breathe some smog and just gamble.
Stop over in Santa Fe. I'd be in the point, just about halfway. And you know, it was the hottest part of the day. I took the pony up to the stall, went to the barroom, ordered drinks for all. 10 days in that you know my body hurt. It been Sunday, I had to call my shirt. I will read something, as we always do. The Samurai Code. In life, the biggest decisions take no time at all, but the smallest details take all the time in the world.
So after getting better and now I'm feeling good, but I'm still in this new place in Santa Fe. I'm not sure where I'm gonna be and where I'm gonna live and put my head and where my sanctuary is, but it feels really good to be here. It's an oasis, it's a special place.
Well, you said, when you were you said you wanted to leave Sedona, but at the same time you called it paradise. If it's paradise, what's Santa Fe then? And then how do you like it? How is it better?
Well, it was a paradise because the land is really amazing, but it's a real contradiction because it's a real small place and there's a lot of everything is the new age business, and I think ultimately it just wasn't the right place for me, and that I was really meant to go somewhere else and expand. And I think nature gives us discomfort to either evolve or change inside or actually outside, change our surroundings as well as change inside. So my barometer is my joy, if I'm really happy and there's a flow and creativity and synchronicities, then I really feel like I'm in my right place, and that's how I feel right now. Yeah. So I haven't really been sleeping well where I've been staying. I really need to find something that's really like a sanctuary, a really quiet place to be.
You're not really anywhere permanent right now or anything? Well, like I said, sometimes you just need to settle down and take in some stuff. So, I don't know, I got this little shitty place right now, who knows? Just, no lease or nothing, but if you want to come chill for a little bit.
Cool.
Go, all right.
Maybe little things like pie. Looks like you. It sure in the hell ain't me.
Hi, Jules.
You're back.
Jefe, this is Sarah. I think she's gonna need a little place to stay for a little while. Maybe we can find her a room.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Meet Lisa.
Hello.
And Lisa.
Right on. Hey, right on.
I'm gonna show her to her room.
Yeah. Take her
You
to
can join us.
mine and Jules' room first, and
Thank
we'll
you.
find her a little empty spot.
Jules. How are you doing, Jules? Did you have fun outside? Well, maybe you should take your ball to your room and then come join us.
If you don't
Don't
behave,
you
you're
think?
never getting
Don't
pie.
you think, Jules? Courteous. You're courteous now. Good, watch out for the furniture now. Good boy. Nothing like a little humor. Keep us from getting too serious. So, you're not from Georgia then?
I'm not a Georgia peach.
Oh,
No,
okay, that's
not a
why.
Georgia peach.
Well, I think you'll enjoy it here.
Yeah, it feels really good.
We all look out for each other.
That's a rare thing these days, you know? I think people need to look out for each other more.
You're lucky you're right here.
Fuck.
What are you doing now, Jules?
He always gets on his nerves. But at least we didn't let him bring the ball to the table.
But anyways, what do you think about this? But anyways, excellent. We'll get the next one with that one for sure. But like I was saying, the way I figure it, most of these artists just really fake it anyways. So you just have to, first off, we don't have a shop, so we have to sell it on the street. So, I mean, if we, no full frontal, I'm thinking we have them, front to back, front to back, front to back, yeah. You can't really see anything that the cops are going to get all uppity about, but at the same time, it's still naked, it's still art. It's like the difference between Monster Ball and straight porn, but you just got to draw that little line. Put like some pillows in there. We could probably do it black and white, put it in a nice frame. And just have it, kind of far away, but you can still tell that they're naked. A lot of people do that. They'll buy art under there. Art. What? Up the. To the bank. That's exactly what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we could do pretty well here. I don't know. Santa Fe might work out. I like it.
I think a good marriage doesn't have to last forever. It could just last as long as it does. A few weeks or a few years or whatever. If it was good, it was good. As far as, well, keeping it together or just making it good, I suppose would be all those adjustments change. Everybody's going to change. They ain't going to be the same way.
Your emerald brown eyes, gee, they're awfully nice. And the way that you smile, it sets me free. But it's the feelings, you know, how you let them show. And it's this sensitivity that grabs me. All agree to arrest this passion. If you think closeness, well, it's out of fashion.
Come for a visit. How are you?
I'm all right. How have you been?
Where have I been?
How? Where? What?
I'm fine.
Is that all you're going to say?
Mm-hmm. As you know, almost, or am trying to leave.
And?
And it's not as easy.
Well, why not? Where do you think you're going?
Oh. It's just what I tend to do, but it's just not coming as easy.
So what's your point?
My point? Mm-hmm. A lot of the things that we've talked about have made a lot of sense. A lot more sense than I thought. I mean, I just didn't figure on it.
Oh. And? Are you scared?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm scared.
I won't hurt you.
I know. Or at least I think I know.
Not on purpose, anyway.
I heard about you.
You.
Oh, shit. Hold on. Sorry. It's my phone. I'm sorry. It was on Vibe. Hi. Yeah, I know. Okay. All right. I know, I was supposed to be there half an hour ago, I know. Well, something came up, it's very important. All right. Okay, sweetie. All right, bye. What?
What? Nothing.
I call a lot of people sweetie.
Okay.
It's
Sweetie.
Not, yeah.
And so if everybody's sweetie, who am I?
Sweet thing. Can I come back?
I don't know. What for?
Lunch?
Oh, is that what you can leave to keep me company?
How about 12:30?
We'll see if I'm here. I don't know. I think these boots are so hot. I think you should try them on.
Well, I guess
Here.
I'll give them a try.
Yeah, I think these are the...
Yeah.
Come on, Cinderella.
Oh, I got that one
man,
on.
see, check those out. Those are bad.
Anaconda,
See, they even see how
huh?
the brown kind of picks up on the coat and your
yeah.
hat. See, now if you're walking down the street and I saw those boots, I'd be taking a second look.
Yeah, but do you really think this color matches his hat and his coat here?
Well, you look at the brown, how it kind of picks up on it, you know? Kind of even, I don't know, I just think they're hot.
I guess there's kind of like
They're
little
different, too.
brown edges there, though. I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe you could bring me like
Let me
5 or 6
see.
more different pair, you know, to try on.
No, you like, these ones are the ones you want, I swear. They are so hot.
I don't know, maybe you're right.
Definitely. I'm a fashion expert. You gotta believe me.
I'll tell you what, let me see how much money I got in the old wallet here. I hope so.
You from here?
I saw an eagle flying overhead on the freeway of I-40, and that usually means a pretty good sign. But anyway, I got back, and the call never came from my brother, and my mom happened to come up for the weekend, so she was expecting to hear from him too, and for all week she'd been restless, irritable. She just kind of had a feeling that something had happened. She was really worried about my brother. And 3 days later, I get a call. My brother had been stabbed. He'd been waiting for a bus downtown Long Beach, and some crazy man riding on a bicycle was just riding around and saw my brother and went up to him and pushed him out into the street and took out a box cutter knife and just stabbed him in the carotid artery. There were a lot of homeless people around that saw it happen. And he was in the hospital, and my mother and I, we made plans to drive out there to Long Beach that night, and we got there about 2 in the morning. And to see my brother laying there with all these tubes in his body and not being able to respond, he was on a life support machine. But I could feel his spirit. He'd been waiting for us to get there. And I went and touched him, and I felt his warm skin. And he was still there, and we told him we were there. And we saw a tear come out of his eye. So we knew that he was listening to us. We couldn't stay very long, so we came back later that day to see the doctor, to see what was going on. The doctor told us that there was no brain activity going on. And for some reason, I hadn't even thought about this before, but I just blurted out, how can we go about donating his heart? And I looked at my mom to see her response, and she didn't say anything. But I felt this is what my brother wanted to do. He felt it was the last thing that he could do to make our mother proud of him, and that he could save somebody else's life, even though somebody took his. And so as we talked about it to donate his organs, I felt my brother's spirit. It was exciting. He was happy. He was excited that he could leave his body and be able to see some of our other relatives that he didn't get to know in his life. And he let me feel that. It was just an excitement, and I couldn't be sad for him. I was really happy for him, even though I was going to miss him. And he just only came into our life 5 years prior. Even though it was a sad thing, you know, you can always make a negative thing into a positive. And that's what we did. So far we're going to meet the guy who has my brother's heart. So my brother's heart beats on.
Hey, Jefe, I want you to meet Camille.
Hi,
I met her in town today.
Thank you.
She was visiting, but her purse got stolen, and now she doesn't have anywhere to stay, and she doesn't have anything.
You're welcome here.
Thank you. I just need a place for 1 or 2 nights, and I don't want to inconvenience you.
Oh, it'd be no inconvenience. Yeah.
Well, for today's lesson, I'm going to read a story out of my song and storybook. Got a nice story here, a true story of my own. This is a true story. When I was a child, I had a favorite uncle named Zeke. I loved that man. He was a very beautiful man. My family would drive from New Mexico to Indiana to visit him, he and his wife Geneva. On the way, my parents would talk about Uncle Zeke. I guess their whole relationship was like the test of wills or something, Aunt Geneva winning in the end. One time, though, I was a little older, and I overheard another piece of the puzzle. In the Depression, Uncle Zeke lost his railroad foreman job and had to work in the sweatshop and the machine parts, and place no ventilation. The burning smoke from the parts would fill the place in his lungs, and he would just have to run outside just to catch his breath, and then run back in before anybody noticed.
I was kind of, I had this idea. I'm thinking of Jules, and we wanted to ask you first because we didn't want to get in the way of your thing, and believe me, we're totally appreciative of everything, and we're totally willing to we're totally willing to keep on helping you with your thing, but we kind of just want to do our own little thing. I think we could make a little bit money for ourselves, and just as long as you don't think it interrupts. But I mean, as long as we have all these girls here, we were thinking, well, we just kind of wanted to make like sort of an artsy little poster, and just I want to ask you first because I'm thinking the girls would be nude. I mean,
how old are you?
Hold on, I'm 20.
Well, I can see why you're thinking that.
Oh yeah, but it's I've done a little bit of it before. Just played around with the photography and everything, and I mean it's not going to be porn or anything. It's going to be, I'm thinking have them just lined up front to back, just sort of sandwiched in together. I mean kind of like a far wide shot, and black and white. But
I see what you're thinking, yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so I mean I think if Jules and I had a neat little way to do that, we could get our own little thing going, and we can stay on course with your thing, the big thing going on.
Get off yourself too. Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
No, I can see where you're coming from.
So what do you think? Do you think that would be?
Oh, I don't think it's a good idea.
You don't?
Well, they are my girls.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're totally your girls. That's why I came and asked you first. But, you know, I mean, Jules and I can keep on helping you get more girls.
Right. Well, perhaps you should ask the girls.
I should?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why don't you ask them?
All right.
Get their opinion.
Okay. Think I will.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jefe.
Okay.
All right. What I was thinking is, you know, have you ever been downtown to some of those photo galleries?
Sure.
Yeah, you know, they make a lot of money. And I'll tell you what, I was in there the other day, and I saw one. It was just a topless chick, and it was going for like, you know, $2,500. And so I was thinking, me and Jules were thinking, was as long as we have all you girls in the house, and you know we're in the house, and Jefe's in the house, and the dog's in the house, is well, we get you guys, and we're gonna make, you know, a big photo. We make a limited number of prints. It would be you guys. You'd be nude, but you wouldn't really be exposed. It would be artsy. And, you know, we'd start selling them downtown, especially while a lot of the tourists are in. They like to buy that stuff. And, you know, I wonder if you would be kind of down for that, if you had any kind of... I mean, I think we should go do it right now. I think, you know, we'll get the other girls together and, well, what do you think?
Why do you always blame this on Jules?
It's not, I mean, I'm not blaming anything on Jules. If anything, I'm giving him half the credit because...
Would you take his orange ball away?
I didn't take his... He can have his orange ball whenever he pleases.
Something tasteful?
Yeah, I mean, it would be... I mean, because if it wasn't, you know, tasteful, we couldn't sell it on the street. And, you know, I don't know if you're going to get into a gallery. Nude shot, nude, but I'm not saying exposed. I'm saying because... Yeah, you know, it'd be artistic. It'd be.
So you brought me here to.
No, I brought you here to come and stay in the house.
I mean, because that's really a deep thing to really expose myself and all of us, and that's, you know, that's a sacred gift.
Okay, ladies. This is the lesson of the day. You get it in the car this time. Listen up.
Hey, thanks. So you listen to me. You wait for some high-class prince to come in here and sweep you off your feet. That's not gonna happen. I am your prince. You know that. But if you don't get yourself together and start treating me different, I'm not coming around here anymore. And if you don't want to go out with me tonight, I'll just give me somebody who will. What?
You're a fool. You've always been one. You'll always be one.
You always did know how to speak to a woman.
I need a cigarette. That's what I need. We're making girls do the splits, pole dance in different shifts, virginity forfeits from orgasmic orbits. Pacifist masochist who benefits from growing up latchkey kids. I'm asking this perversion no longer. Consider me a goner, Jo-Fixxx-it, a sexual hate monger. I like it raw dog style to the point of infection. Inventing new positions to twist it for my girl to mention to her best friend. I'm embarrassing. I show up to her job with an erection, expecting her knees to start bending. Cause if I satisfy myself, why the fuck would I need her? I'd leave her and suffer growing pains like Mike Seaver. Overgrown boner, Shabone owning erroneous Rome, homing in erogenous zone, a Romulan hoe, fondling mandibles, abandoning bandages, penile ravages, averages less than savage, damages, hemorrhages, sandwiches, I carriage heiresses and nieces, flinging pieces of pieces in places, faceless, the greatest, weightest, latest. A shoebox of nipples, it's something simple, a crimple in paper, stake the vampire raper, the great coochie caper, naked holding a stapler.
Excuse me, I believe you have my stapler.
We're making girls do the splits, pole dance in different shifts, virginity forfeits from orgasmic orbits. Girls do the splits, pole dance in different shifts, virginity forfeits from orgasmic orbits.
Wanna get with you sure I couldn't help it. Wanna get in your world, I know you felt it. True to lust, it's really nothing new to us. Our hang-ups be brutal to the uterus. Fuck another cuter cuts, who you gonna sue, you slut? Malpractice, mad doctor, back alley bust. Fucking your whole crew's cut, going down on your boss. Dropping the top, make it to the top. Baby, forget you not. Hot tots locked in parking lots. Paint nails and dyed locks, you do blocks.
I'm a rolling stone, all alone and lost. For a life of sin, I paid the cost. When I pass by, all the people say, just another guy on the lost highway. Just a deck of cards, I ain't a jug of wine. I ain't a woman's life made a lot like mine. The day we met, I went astray. I started rolling down that lost highway. I started rolling down that lost highway. Now that used to be a dirty song a long time ago. But you heard the real stuff today, didn't you? You liked that, didn't you, girls? Reaction?
We liked it.
Did you like that music in the automobile?
Fuck no.
And you?
I tried to find some good in it. So I think it's just more about honesty of what really exists in the world. I don't necessarily relate to it.
Yeah, like what is the power of a woman? I mean, don't women, I mean, you're all so sexy and stuff. You bring that shit on yourself, don't you? Reaction?
I don't know if my sensuality has anything to do with someone else's hunger. Or my power has anything to do with someone else's needing it.
So what are you saying, that a woman that gets abused deserved it? It was her own fault?
Sometimes, I think. Sometimes.
Well, I don't think that ever excuses, no matter what I've done, doesn't give any man an excuse to ever abuse me. Doesn't matter what I do.
Some women are stupid, though. They just walk into it.
Well, that doesn't give the man an excuse to abuse her, whether she's stupid or not. Whether she's ignorant or not, whether whatever, you know.
Well,
I don't think anybody should abuse anybody. And I think that all that dirty sex stuff on that music was abusive. It was all about, you know, ignoring the sacred, holy beauty of what sex is supposed to be. And then they wonder why there's, you know, so much heartache going on and dysfunctional family stuff and teenage pregnancy and rape and, you know, and disease and disrespect and a demoralizing of relationships. I don't think that that kind of stuff should be promoted or glorified or celebrated. I think it's ugly. It just kind of demoralizes love.
It's a shitty song, wasn't it? Fucking disgusting. God. Yeah, they're terrible. There's a lot of disgusting stuff out there, isn't there? All kinds of disgusting stuff. Yeah, worse than that, maybe even. You know? The war in Iran, wherever the fuck that place is. Yeah, they're blowing the hell out of the whole fucking place. But they'll come back in afterwards and put project housing in, like they did for the Indians in this country, you know? Isn't that nice? Jesus Christ. There's a lot of sick shit out there. How far would you guys take things? I mean, you know, you're women, you're sexy. What would you do? I mean, you have the power to sell your bodies.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, I'm getting to a point.
Jefe, you know, I'm getting really sick of your points. They're starting to not make any fucking sense to me. You know that? And I think...
So why do you think Lisa 2 and Lisa 3 have agreed to do a nude poster?
You guys agreed to do a nude poster?
Well, not the way he's making it sound.
You know how we love art.
Yeah.
Well, Mike had this idea to do a photograph, kind of like a 30s nouveau, not full frontal nude, but to the side with sort of this, I don't know, Van Dyke type motif to it. And so...
You guys, you know what? We gotta grow up, move on, Jefe, go with whatever's good in the world, go with it. But I can't stay here any longer, and I just think we need to go and just cut the cord and go. So
yeah,
take care. Thank you for everything, but we gotta go. We have to. We've got to do it now. Now. We're going. Now. Let's go. Come on. Out of here. Come on, let's go. Sometimes, you know, okay, for example, I came out of my apartment building. This is when I lived in Boston. I was on my way to the subway. I came out the door, I was walking down the sidewalk, and all of a sudden I thought I heard a car crash, or it sounded like a ton of bricks landing from up high, you know, something that fell and landed. It was the loudest noise I'd ever heard. And I turned around and I thought, you know, what is this? Is this a car crash? What happened? This guy, I lived in an 11-story apartment building. This guy was drunk on my roof, and he was trying to climb into his girlfriend's window. He was so drunk. And he was a big guy, too. He worked, you know, in construction. This is in Boston. I worked in the store in the corner like 2 days a week, and he used to come in and, you know, buy stuff or whatever. So I kind of knew who he was, which was the freaky thing. So he had this girlfriend in my building, and I guess he got really drunk, and he was on the roof trying to climb down. You know, she lived on the 8th floor. It was 11 stories high. Anyway, so he fell and landed. Literally, I walked maybe 5 feet on the sidewalk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All of a sudden, you know, this noise. And I turned around, and I thought I was expecting to see a car crash, right? There's this guy lying there. His legs were twisted. He was, you know, turning gray. There wasn't like a smashed skull or anything. I thought maybe there would be a smashed skull, but there was a little bit of, like in the movies, you see like a little bit of blood coming out here. I don't know. Anyway, you know, it was just like if I had stopped at the door, maybe, if I had stopped and maybe, you know, tied my shoe, I don't know, said hi to somebody in the lobby, you know.
Are any of you guys married or ever have been?
A few of us.
I've been
Only a few
married. I've been
times.
married for 23 years.
Oh my goodness.
And it's not all what it's cut out to be.
Oh, wow. What happened?
Oh, the jerk. What is it with guys? It's like they're all dogs. They don't understand love from the heart. It's like they think with their second little pea brain.
If that.
Jefe, this is Granville.
How's it going?
And this is Edward.
How about that?
And they're here to help me move the rest of my things out. So, just wanted to come say goodbye too.
Hate to see you go.
I know. And thank you for everything. I really appreciate it. I really do. And I know you'll find some other lovely people probably to move in. So they're gonna help me move, and we'll be on our way.
Well, I don't think it's all men. Maybe it's the men you've been attracted to.
One man?
Oh, well.
No, I mean, I lost attraction to him a long time ago, but we had 8 kids.
Wow.
And it's like, you know,
Oh
it's
my
hard to
God.
just run out of kids, but my husband was driving me crazy, and I just had to take off. And
Maybe I can show your friend something in the house.
Great. Okay, let's go.
keep believing and dreaming that maybe if we do one thing or another thing, or open our hearts more, give more, love more, deeper, or pure, or sacrifice more of ourselves, that somehow, you know, they'll turn around and they'll open. How come we keep believing that and buying that illusion?
Well, I think that we believe that if, you know, if you love somebody enough, that you can change them.
Or that they'll love you back.
And hell if that worked.
Well, I think I finally realized that the key to a happy life or a blissful life is not a blissful relationship. Because, you know, if you put that expectation on it, it's definitely going to fall short. That's not its purpose. Maybe we like put relationships into this place where they don't belong, but believing they're going to somehow fix our life and make me happy with me or make me enjoy my life. When really I need to be happy with myself and enjoy my life without thinking a relationship's going to do that for me or somehow create that for me.
Isn't there a guy out there that would just, I mean, don't we have somebody out there that could just do anything for us?
You mean like a soulmate?
Yeah.
I think we have to do it for ourselves first.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why we're sitting in this bed together. I think that's why we're here together, and that's the gift. To share these stories.
Well, and you can't see everything, and so you're kind of at the mercy of the other person.
That's why
in a
we
way.
need each other.
Right. I mean, maybe it feels like deceit, but
Is that why women become lesbians sometimes?
I wouldn't
Probably.
Good.
So I would like you to read this.
Read that.
That.
To love anyone is to hope in him always. From the moment we begin to judge anyone, to limit our confidence in him, from the moment we pigeonhole him and so reduce him to that, we cease to love him and he ceases to be able to become better. We must dare to love in a world that does not know how to love.
Look at these. This one is me. Which one do you think is Lisa?
Well, I think she's the dolphin because I think she's a free spirit and she can't be tamed.
I think she's the koala. I think she likes hanging out up trees. So I was living in England in a little village down a country lane in a little cottage, and next door lived this giant of a man with his wife. And one day his wife came running in through the back door shouting, "He's dead! He's dead! He's dead!" And I didn't really know what to do. I ran out after her. And there he was, lying in the woodshed. He was lying on the logs, just motionless. His head was huge, his chest not moving. I banged on his chest, trying to revive him, but to no avail. And he was dead.
You know, I would offer you both a place to live here. Rent-free, everything covered, if you and Lisa would like to move back in.
I think we'll be all right where we are.
I see.
She wore your gloves in the garden seems so real to me. Had me right from the start, still it's a mystery. Why some days 10 times over she won't go away. Some days when I'm sober, she is dead to me. I'm not taking it back now. Words you never can. Take my day and relax now. Start a brand new band. Some days 10 times over, she won't go away. Some days when I'm sober, she is dead to me. Find me new age girl, I'm ready for your new world. I've never been so sure. I wanna know what love is for.
I think somehow that threshold of pain teaches us to wake up and change and find a new way to be. And I'm thankful for that.
Hi.
Hi. Oh, those are pretty. I'm good.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
No, that's for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck.
And I'm not bullshitting. I'm not kidding. I'm not playing any games.
Well, then what's the deal? I mean, why are you always running away?
Actually, I wasn't running away. I was running late.
Well, who's Sweetie?
She is not a sweetie, as you think she's a sweetie.
Well, what am I supposed to think? I'm sorry. I don't mean to like be possessive or anything like that. I just, I can't help it. I just, these are my feelings, and if I just hold them in, I just, what am I, how am I it's not that it really matters who Sweetie is. I don't know. I guess I need to know where you're at.
Right. I don't know whether to give this to you before you eat or after you
You fucker. Oh.
Told you I wasn't kidding.
Oh my god. Well, can I try it on? Oh my god. Here.
Hey, sit please. People are looking. I don't care.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Baby took some time. Baby took some time. Baby took some time to figure out his mind. Took another look, yeah. Took another look. Took another look, yeah. At my storybook. Well, and now I know. Baby's growing up. Baby's growing up, yeah. Baby's growing up, growing into a man. Baby's thinking of me, yes, I know he's thinking of me, oh, oh. Baby's thinking of me, yes, yeah. I can read his story well. Now I know. Now I know. Said I do now. I can feel his love. I can see he cares. I can feel his love. Yeah, I can see he cares. Wanna brush my hair, yeah, you know. Wanna brush my.
Yeah, good times. All it took was I just had my little cup guy. That was it. It was gone. Yeah. You know what else? She took the last room. Jefe only has one more place to stick, please. Some sticklers. So stick some girls, and that's in here with us. I don't know where the hell they're gonna. Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be one of these. Yeah, it's good. I think we're doing pretty good here. What do you think? Good? Yeah. Yeah, you'd be surprised. All you have to do is just keep on talking, keep a straight face, doesn't matter what you're talking about, eye contact, face forward, have props. Tell you about, I was at this, back when I was still in Detroit. First time I ever got to make out with two chicks at once. Two. It was me. And all I had was I had my props, had my ring, told them this was my championship football ring. I can't even throw a football 5 years. Kept on telling them I was in prison. You just keep on feeding them bullshit. Next thing you know, you're in the middle of this alleyway. Just pile of tongue. It was really fun. Yeah, you gotta remember that one though, Jules. Of course, you'd have to think of a lot of fingers for telling them you were in prison. Tell them you were in prison. Say something about the French Foreign Legion, because the army's not popular anymore. So you have to. But the French, they know what to do. They're killing Africans, and that's still popular for some reason. You have to talk about how the hardships. Just say your dad hit you or something. Just keep on talking. Girls don't know from truth. Yeah, I think that's how Jefe learns a lot. Jefe teaches a lot.
All right, I can understand that. Sure. I'm just, yes. I just need to know, I mean, like, are we talking today? 3 days. Is this your decision or what's his name? Jefe, right. Jefe. His decision? Wait a minute, you're a big girl. You could... All right, you need more time. I understand. Uh-huh. Okay. Right. You know, I think I'd really like to talk to this guy. You don't think it's a good idea? Why not? No, don't worry. I'll be fine. I'm not going to do anything.
I believe that two people can be compatible if they're first spiritually compatible. You know, where their heart and their soul believes in similar ideals, and you just see that something in that person that you just relate to, like you've known him forever.
The irony is that my parents never divorced, and I grew up with the beauty of having two wonderful, impeccable, beautiful people in my life. And although I've had 3 major relationships, 15 years, 5 and 3, it seems to be getting thinner and thinner. I've never married, so go figure.
Our earth experience and our soul and the perfection of like ideal love is so different from our personalities, and that challenge of just how different we all are, and our expectations that we have for another person, and when, you know, how do we love unconditionally?
I don't know, or maybe I do know about marriage. Funny how it sounds like Mirage. And it kind of seems that way to me, as though it was far away on my running, in my travels, and I see it in the distance. And it looks like a nice oasis. Marriage. But it's a mirage. It's not there when I get there. Well, she doesn't work for you, right? Uh-huh. Well, what I don't understand is why is she kept there against her will? It's not against her will. She can go. Good. What? You're saying a few more weeks. For what? Is this up to her or up to you? Look, man, I think that she's able to do whatever it is that she wants to do. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay, I can agree on that if you can agree on that. Right. Okay. Let's make it a week then. But wait a minute. You're saying a week, but you can't be definite about that. No. Look, man, I'm just gonna come by. I know where you're at. No, believe me, I'll be fine with it. No, It's not gonna excel. Right. No, you and I need to talk. Right, you and I. I'll be there. Bye.
It's opera season, consider this a tragedy. This world I'm leaving, no need for your sympathy. I'm tired of breathing the same air with those who laugh at me, and I've got no reason to believe in my epiphany. It's opera season, consider this a tragedy. This world I'm leaving, no need for your sympathy. I'm tired of breathing the same air with those who laugh at me, and I've got no reason to believe in my epiphany. It sickens me, have to resort to commodity. It's all about your property, materialistic philosophy, an industry monopoly, an overgrown monstrosity, and this monotony has to be stopped. Who gives a fuck if I flop? It's not like I started on top. I went broke just to drop, burn the whole fucking lot. To do this with independence, without a single presence of hesitance on my part whatsoever. I just let my mind go off and smoke whatever's clever, whether wrong or right. This ain't your fight, so back off, you jack off. Deserve notoriety like a time slot for yak off. Smearing off, it's clear I'm off. Just a little left of center, a card short of a deck and a fifth from a bender. I'm on a first name basis with my local smut vendor.
Gracias, amigo.
Por nada,
I take the CTA to get where I go. A minimum of 2 hours a day. I get around the city though, and little fidgety hoes need to grow, so I plant seeds, planting my rods from track fiend to cash green on my way to the spot. Walk 16 blocks, not stopping for the sub-zero, not even phase. I'm impenetrable, rugged and tough, and fuck it if the sun won't shine. Wheels keep spinning, evil keeps winning. Living for self, and 9 times out of 10 that one thing is unattainable. Fundamentally flawed, mentally there better be a light at the end of the day. If not, then it's not meant to be. I hustle for free, they still try to muscle me, put me in the muzzle. Fuck the mediocrity, fuck beef. I'm going on intuition, I'm breaking free.
Mediocrity, Socrates, gritty oddity, oddly stacks the quality, debauchery, hatchery, actually, naturally, probably, hobbling, groveling, terrible, unbearable, variables, hysterical, and bury you, airy, scary, and true. I'm barely wary, nearly hear me, and fairly staring, blaring. So angry yet calm, palmed by songs. I'm not dead, but I'm gone, strong in the wrong, lost in the fog.
The saddest, I'll sell you the saddest story. Sit back and feel me, feeling out the feelings that make us feel the baddest. The saddest over rapture, status single one, dumb, dumb, done, miss, bliss. And so I kissed your ass goodbye.
There's no place where I can go to hide from my despair. If there's no way that I can show you just how much
Get
it
together.
is that I care.
and share everything. If it's possible to share everything.
It's just
I don't know.
hopeless if you reject this request
Share.
for closeness.
Do you even share your underwear? I don't know. I mean, it's pretty scary stuff when you think about it. Why is everybody getting married and divorced all the time? Why wasn't it that way before? And why is it growing that way? And why is it only in our, mainly in this country, not other cultures? Who knows? Not me.
But it's the feelings you know, how you let them show, and it's this sensitivity that grabs me.